The securities exchange is exceptionally unstable, and this has been obvious in the vertical and descending patterns of Tesla stock cost. Anyway, there are factors that can make Tesla stock cost go high in spite of the various difficulties of the financial exchange, and what Schwab and others, Dan Ives, has said that these impetuses can cause Tesla stock to significantly increase toward the end of 2023. Hello folks, invite back to Tesla tomorrow. Dan Ives had recently said that Tesla stock could revitalize 35 this year since its new cost trims have proactively made tremendous progress in China. Tesla has cut costs in China twice as the organization keeps on confronting drowsy interest. Webb reviewed north of 500 shoppers in China who are hoping to purchase an electric vehicle this year and observed that 76% of those studied said that they were thinking about purchasing a Tesla, overtaking nearby rivals like BYD and NIO. Additionally, almost 70% of those reviewed said they'd been emphatically impacted to buy a Tesla because of the new cost trims when Schwab Overview additionally closed not long after costs were sliced for Tesla's Model 3 SUV. Hawaii, Europe, and the US, as per Dan Ives, Tesla's new cost trim is a colossal example of overcoming adversity. Up to this point, he added that China addresses the center of the Tesla worldwide development story, and seems to be the cost trims have been generally welcomed by EV customers and consequently sped up buying choices. Ives repeated his year-end cost trim focus of $175 for Tesla stock, which suggests a convention of 35 from flow levels. The stock examination had said that Tesla's cost trims were an indication of the organization getting more forceful as the contest warms up in electric vehicles. Similarly, in December, Dan Ives said that the lofty slide in Tesla stock cost in 2022 was beginning to get the attention of valuation watches, adding that not since around 2018 has Tesla exchanged at these levels. Channel says expressed that on an EV EBITDA premise Tesla stock cost at the time was its least expensive valuation to date, so what variables will make Tesla's stock increment triple as per Dan Ives? We should figure it out yet before we do. In the event that you like this kind of satisfied, remember to hit like button, buy in, and turn on warnings to push fully informed regarding everything along on with Tesla. The main palace as expressed by Ives was the worldwide EV deals which keeps on arranging of Mitch January tax break by the Expansion Decrease Act. The IRA of 2022 is the most aggressive environment regulation in U.S. history and plans to make electric vehicles somewhat more feasible. Delivery needs to trust over the long haul. The bill endorsed into regulation by President Biden on August 16 has distributed more than $369 million for environment activity, with a piece of the spending plan devoted to improving tax reductions for the electric vehicle buys. For a vehicle to be qualified for the credit, batteries in the vehicle should meet a base edge of parts sourced from the U.S. or nations with which it has a fair economic alliance, while the necessity for the tax break might hold a few organizations back from profiting from this honor. A few financial backers accepted that Tesla was certainly on the rundown of vehicle organizations to fit the bill for this tax reduction anyway. While this occurred, not all Tesla vehicles meet all requirements for the tax breaks as per the IRS, since there's a relevant MSRP cutoff of $55,000 for electric vehicles and $80,000 MSRP limit for electric SUVs, trucks, and vans. To Tesla, pretty much specifically the car edition and Model X SUV, were not qualified for the $7,500 tax break. This is on the grounds that the model beginnings at around $105,000 and the Model X is estimated from roughly $121,000. It gave the idea that the IRS possibly considers the Model Y an SUV, regardless of whether it has 7 seats, since the 5-seat Model Y long reach begins at just shy of $66,000, and the 5-seat Model E execution is evaluated from just shy of $70,000, making these variations ineligible for the tax break. Right now, the Tesla Model 3 execution was additionally not qualified in light of the fact that it begins at $62,990 and goes over the $55,000 limit anyway. The Tesla 5-seat Model I has now been made qualified for the tax break, and it is accepted that this will decidedly influence request. It is vital to take note of that while the past declaration of the tax break had supposedly impacted requests, the way that some of Tesla vehicles passed up the tax reduction doesn't mean a future decrease in that frame of mind for these vehicles. Regardless of whether Tesla's EVs strategically set the tax reduction, the vehicle organization is still up to keep gigantic interest before very long. For example, assuming Tesla stays costs similarly, interest for its vehicles will unavoidably develop, particularly as the vehicle organization keeps on enhancing ATVs And in the event that the vehicle organization decides to increment costs throughout the next few years, while the demand may not be as high, its net revenue is still certain to increment before long. The Gigafactory slope is additionally one more impetus distinguished by Dan Ives, as Tesla intends to report new gigafactories in the following couple of years at Tesla's yearly investors meeting. Musk's that he figures Tesla could ultimately work however many as 10 minutes 12 gigafactories universally. The chief additionally referenced that Tesla could create up to 20 million electric vehicles each year by 2030, with every plant yielding between 1.5 and 2 million units each year. As of now, Tesla has gigafactories in Vermont, California, Flashes, Nevada, Bison, New York, Austin, Texas, and others outside the U.S. in China and Germany. To accomplish 10 minutes 12 gigafactories, Tesla would have to work no less than 3 to 5 new gigafactories, notwithstanding the one Musk says the automaker could declare this year. On with the mechanization of these gigafactories, creation might hit record-breaking levels. The facilitation of worries around Musk's deal with Twitter is likewise one more eight for Tesla's development. In a new note by Dan Ives, he composed that the second greatest solicitation on his Christmas list of things to get was for most to track down a replacement to run the virtual entertainment organization. As per him, with the new Twitter confusion, which has brought about a significant migraine and overhang for Tesla, he accepts that Musk needs to name an extremely durable president of Twitter to end the aggravation. Numerous Tesla balls expected that Musk was investing in excess of energy and cash on Twitter, and since Tesla is yet to accomplish its objective of full self-driving, it could be even challenging to accomplish it with Musk's separated consideration, in spite of the fact that Tesla has effectively met with the conveyance of its normal semi-truck different vehicles. For example, the digital truck and ransack assaults, he has still yet to stir things up around town, and this will request Elon Musk's responsibility and presence anyway, since Musk is now searching for somebody to supplant him as Twitter president. The feelings of dread and concerns have dialed down. The digital truck has likewise given financial backers a new thing to discuss as far as its productivity and the amount Tesla can develop with this new innovation. Another of Dan Ives' impetus for Tesla is bringing down of loan fee climb. There is plausible that the Fed will stop financing cost climbs as expansion appear to becoming business sector assumptions are running higher, that strategy creators will probably support another rate climb, yet this time picking a 0.5 rate focuses or 50 basis point moves. In September, the Fed raised its benchmark loan fee by 0.75 rate focuses, which was the third of such outsized rate expansions straight, carrying the Fed rate to 3.25%. This climb in financing costs had essentially impacted stock costs and raised fears about what's on the horizon. Yet presently, the feelings of dread appear to be facilitating as the Fed has confessed to bringing down expansion rates. Central bank bad habit C. Lael Brainard likewise said that she was empowered by the new U.S. expansion report, which highlighted more slow-cost increments and said that Fed would likely before long diminish the size of its loan fee climbs. Central Bank lead representative Christopher Waller, as of late, said that he is available to diminish the degree of loan cost increments soon, inasmuch as the monetary information coordinates as per him. The information the past couple of weeks has made him more agreeable and prompts him to consider venturing down to a 50 premise point climb. Lastly, to the hotly anticipated digital truck. Ives, as well as other Tesla bulls like Garrett Nelson, accept that this will be enormous for Tesla. The Cybertron adventure is at last reaching a conclusion following quite a while of postponements, and fortunately, without major overhauls, the electric truck is preparing for creation. This reality alone appears to have prodded all the more new orders, and individuals who requested it quite a while back are not surrendering their turns. The digital truck has of late counted over 1.5 million orders. This implies that Tesla made $1.5 billion before selling a solitary digital truck, albeit every one of the orders are not restricting and completely refundable. Most of individuals need to proceed with the other. There could be no other vehicle in history of automotive enterprises that has assembled such a lot of revenue, with individuals able to put down their cash without really knowing, while they will get their vehicle, ideally assuming all works out positively for Tesla's arrangements for the digital truck. Clients can at long last be able to drive their own digital truck, particularly the people who request it almost immediately. As per Garrett Nelson, everything that Musk can manage is to be centered around something beyond Tesla, and in getting the digital truck to market, one could be allowed. He emphasized that the impending model has the most noteworthy buildup of any impending EV in the market overwhelmingly. Thus, the sooner Tesla can put up the new vehicle for sale to public, the better. He accepts that when individuals truly see the vehicle out and about, it will create significantly more interest and more premium. How about that? These impetus spike Tesla's development. Before very long, let us in on down underneath. And remember to let us know your valuation of Tesla, and to know more about what Tesla's been doing over the most recent couple of days, feel free to tap on this next video on your screen. See you there.